Cameron spent years in silence about what he witnessed deep in the Mariana Trench, one of the most unexplored and mysterious places on Earth. As a renowned filmmaker and explorer, his descent into the depths on a solo mission was a momentous achievement. But for 13 years, he kept what he saw to himself, to tell everything. The moment had arrived. He stayed silent for 13 years, and now James Cameron admitted what he saw in the Mariana Trench. It wasn't a sudden decision, but rather the culmination of years of inner reflection and perhaps a sense of responsibility to the public who had been captivated by the mystery of the deepest point on Earth. James wasted little time addressing the elephant in the room. He started by acknowledging the mystery that had surrounded his dive for over a decade, explaining that the desire to keep certain details private was never about secrecy or fear. Instead, it was about protecting the profound nature of what he had experienced and understanding how it would be perceived. I had to come to terms with what I saw down there, he explained. It wasn't just a dive. It was an encounter with something that was beyond anything I had ever expected. It's time to tell everything. I saw something that defied logic, something that was completely unexpected. Lights, strange creatures, and structures that shouldn't exist at those depths. He described the lights as unexplained, pulsating beams that seemed to move with purpose. They weren't natural occurrences like bioluminescence, which is common in deep sea environments. These lights were too organized, too deliberate, moving in ways that suggested an intelligence behind them. James went on to describe creatures unlike anything in scientific records. Translucent, almost ethereal beings that seemed to shift and vanish before his eyes, their forms not quite fitting the biology of known sea creatures. The strangest part, he explained, was the structures he observed. Far below the trench's crushing depths, there were formations that didn't seem to belong in the natural landscape of the ocean floor. They appeared too symmetrical, too purposeful. He noted that they resembled ruins, but not of any civilization known to man. There were walls, archways, and what seemed to be large pillars, structures that could have easily been mistaken for some kind of ancient architecture. Yet these appeared to be made of unknown materials, unlike anything he had ever encountered. James also opened up about the psychological impact of what he had seen, as he thought for some time that his own mind was playing tricks on him. When asked why he hadn't spoken up sooner, the response was simple but profound. There are things in this world that are so outside our current understanding that we have to approach them with caution. I wasn't ready to say something that could be misinterpreted or dismissed as fantasy. But now, after so much time, I believe it's important for people to know that there is much more to our world than we've ever imagined.
October 14th, 2014. The Western Pacific Ocean. A research vessel navigates this vast expanse of water. On board, a team of scientists from Oregon State University. The crew lowers a deep-water drone into the water. Its destination, 35,000 feet, 7 miles down. Their mission, to explore the deepest place on Earth, the Mariana Trench.
It's bigger than the Grand Canyon. It's a lot deeper than the Grand Canyon. And in fact, from the surface, if you took Mount Everest and you turned it upside down and dangled it into the trench, the top of Mount Everest wouldn't reach the bottom of the trench.
The drone begins its descent. It takes around 3 hours to reach the deepest point on the ocean bed, a forbidding black abyss named Challenger Deep. More people have walked on the moon than have experienced these depths. Here, the water pressure is a bone-crushing 8 tons per square inch.
They call it Hadal, meaning Hades. It's like hell.
2 hours into the mission, the drone's onboard sensors pick up an unnerving sound.
I haven't heard anything like this before. It's very unusual.
sounds like a movie special effect, like a laser gun or something like that.
The research team posts the unidentified signal online. Experts can offer no explanation.
Jesus saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father, but by me. If thou shalt confess with thy mouth the Lord Jesus, and shalt believe in thine heart that God hath raised him from the dead, thou shalt be saved. For with the heart man believeth unto righteousness, and with the mouth confession is made unto salvation.